95.7 The Hog, Daytona's rock station. Riggs the Morning Hog. Hi. I'm wearing a beer shirt. It's Friday. It's Morning Hog Happy Hour. That must mean Josh from SR Perot is right there for a Morning Hog Brew review. Yeah. Hi, Josh.
Good morning.
Hey, Josh, check this out, bro. I'm going to give you, because I'm excited that you're here on this Friday, I'm going to give you the hip-hop horn. And that means that we are now official to have some beverages right here on this Friday.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to tell us have a good time having a drink. All right, so you brought us a little array of things I've never seen before.
Yeah, so
I don't even know what
stuff,
you brought.
A little bit older school stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're going to start off with Athletic Brewing Company.
Okay.
Said it last week. I'll say it again. High ABV and no ABV.
Right.
Today, no ABV on this particular product.
Okay.
So Athletic Brewing Company.
Yeah.
We know them as a non-alcoholic brand.
Right.
That's all they do is non-alcoholic beers.
Right.
If you ever check out their website, they do so many beers that aren't in distribution that you buy.
A ton of beers.
Yeah,
right?
you can buy exclusively on their website, which is pretty cool. But we have quite a few different varieties in our market. You know, this is a seasonal item for them.
Okay.
This is their Ripe Pursuit Lemon Radler.
Oh.
And so we know
Pursuit.
Yeah, so we know Radlers as like shandies, which are typically lemonade and beers, stuff like that. So
that's got some zest to it right there.
you would hope so, right?
Right. My nose hairs are tingling. I like it. Oh, the Radler. Yep. I mean,
It's right there.
It's the beer science again. How is that happening?
I don't know. I mean, especially, you know, it's one thing for these breweries to go in there and make their products non-alcoholic. That's a whole science of pulling stuff out. But to be a brewery that only does non-alcoholic beers and master that craft, go out there. I think I've said it before, but Athletic has been my fastest growing brand now for almost the last, I want to say 24 months.
Really?
Just because the amount of options they have out there, the beer is fantastic. You know, pricing's great. So well done, the Athletic, and
yes,
going out there and getting it.
And now more than ever, in any number of situations, do I go, you know what? It would be a really good thing that I want to have a beer. I want the beer flavor.
Right.
But I need to, you need to stay conscious, or I need to get some stuff done today.
Yeah.
This is one of those great options right there.
Yeah, whether you're trying to be responsible for the night, or if you need a nightcap to kind of start winding down, or if, you know, you're on some medicine, or you just different life choices, you know, stuff like that. These are available. It looks like you have a beer in your hand. You know, I know there's some stigma sometimes when you're at a party and you're not drinking, you get all the questions, and that's not fun. So you have one of these hands in your hand. Not too many questions, I don't think.
A lot of times I'll get like, hey, Riggs, where are your hands? Out of my pockets.
Yeah. The problem is when you have them in other people's pockets.
Right. That's where you start to get like charges. I don't want to do that. So I'll just get one of these and walk around with it. No, do we know, are they the brew it and then take it out? Or are they the...
I can't even say that word correctly.
Yeah. Proprietary?
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you're the English major, not me.
Fair enough. Well, don't say that after two more beers. Let's see what happens. All right. So I'm going to guess next to that is another beer I haven't had before.
Correct.
I don't recognize it.
Kind of.
Yeah? Okay.
So, like I said, Ripe Pursuit, seasonal beer. Not a whole lot out in the market.
Right.
So keep your eyes peeled. Total Wine, some local independents, or you can always check out our website.
srprot.com/beerfinder.
That is the one.
I wrote that song. It's original.
That's a song?
It's original song. I made it a song.
Okay.
I mean, I use your website, so I got to kind of give you like a cut. We'll work that out later.
Yeah, we will.
Nice, wait a second.
Nice, pretty gold can, right?
Wait a minute.
So you recognize the one name on there.
Oh, I recognize it a lot.
So Lagunitas, we know Maximus.
Yes.
So they went out and made Maximus hazy.
Oh, man.
And then they bumped up the ABV to 9%.
Can somebody give me the factory whistle?
Yeah, I knew you'd be thrilled about this one. This is right up your alley.
Yes. I feel like I might have had a sneak preview of this before. I'm not going to tell you from who or where.
If you come out to some of the beer festivals, you may have had a sample of this.
It's really hard to wink. I think I pulled some in my head. Okay, I'm better now.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a new product.
9%.
Definitely Publix, at Total Wine, some ABCs, local independents. Again, website's always the easiest and fastest way.
Talk about SR Prot. Blah, 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 blah.
Almost.
You'll fix that in post, right?
Yeah.
Okay. srprot.com/beerfinder. I haven't even had the 9% yet. That's the amazing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had non-alcoholic beer.
Wait till after that. Man, it's all psychological. Okay, so I remember this being super hazy.
Yep. Nice and juicy.
Not overly hoppy.
Yep.
And doesn't taste like it's 9%.
And has a very hate using the word, but it's the only word I can think of to use. The mouthfeel on it is very nice.
It doesn't take right.
You
Right.
know.
It's a very smooth mouthfeel. It does not bite. It's not piney. And it doesn't taste like 9%, which could be a problem if
Right.
you add a lot of them. But you pace yourself.
But it is distinctly Lagunitas as well.
Right.
You know, so they know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long time.
How are those dog-loving geniuses marketing this? Are they going sixers for this thing? Or how is it? How's it out there?
Six-pack cans,
Yeah.
you may start to see them out there in 19.2-ounce cans, so the tall boys. Yeah. Yeah. People love those large format cans.
What?
At high ABV. They know they can grab them from the grocery store, those 2-for-1s, and bounce out of there and get
God.
home.
Wow.
And deal with their kids.
I mean, this is great. I don't know how many ounces that is, but this is enough ounces for me. And then you got
tasty.
19. You got a full day. Okay. I don't even want to take a break. You know what? I'll just drink this during the break.
There you go.
Right? All right, stick around. More Morning Hog Brew Review coming up on 95.7 The Hog.
Cheers.
I'm toasting. I can't drink it, though. I have my arms out here. 95.7 The Hog, Daytona's rock station. Riggs the Morning Hog. I'm wearing a beer shirt. There's a reason. We're doing the Morning Hog Brew Review right now. And if you are thirsty and you're thinking about, what do I want to drink for the weekend? Well, that guy, Josh S.R. Perrott, can tell you. He's got ideas. He's got a lot of suggestions. The S.R. Perrott portfolio is bountiful.
It is vast.
If I can say that. It's vast. It's got a lot of different kinds of flavors and beers.
Something for everybody, that's for sure.
Right. And I've already found 2 somethings. You've got 2 more somethings. Let's get into them.
I do. So this is one you may recognize from Persimmon Hollow over there in DeLand. So this is a beer they used to do full time.
Right.
Kind of faded off for a little while, and now they're going to do it seasonally. So I figured we'd talk about it again today.
Okay.
Our weather keeps kind of doing this.
It is.
Up and down, up and down. So although this is a coffee porter,
Okay.
it's a great year round.
Let's get it.
But you will only find it occasionally. So if you do see it out there, go ahead and grab it now.
I was over at Delandapalooza last week, and we wandered into Persimmon Hollow, and somebody goes, "Can I get a coffee?" And they all went, "You don't want that. You want this."
I could smell the nose on that as soon as it hit the cup.
Oh, wow.
The coffee on it is so strong.
Okay.
7.5% porter. So this is in conjunction with Trilogy Brewing or Coffee.
Okay.
Over there, also in DeLand, across the street from the brewery, and they also have their location a little bit further down where they serve breakfast and stuff like
It's
that.
kind of a brilliant local partnership right there.
Absolutely.
Good for them for doing this. Okay. Trilogy, I feel like the 3 pegs, of course, are morning beer, lunch beer, evening beer.
I'm in for that.
Yeah.
Even sometimes I go a step further and get the dessert beer.
Later beer, dessert beer. Yeah, you got to add those in between beer.
Second lunch beer.
I need to change clothes beer.
Yeah. This is when I become a hobbit.
Let me take a quick dip in the pool. Beers, plural. That's several. Wow. Okay, it smells stronger than it sits.
Right.
On your palate.
So it's clearly a coffee porter. The coffee on that is fantastic. Delicious coffee. Trilogy, if you haven't had it before, definitely I recommend stopping by, especially if you're a coffee person.
Right.
Some delicious brews over there. So give them a chance and then walk over to Persimmon Hollow afterwards.
I love this. You know, DeLand's got a lot of good stuff. I mean, it used to be like, it'd be like, DeLand, what do you got? You got the
things.
Volusia County things out there, place, and then Josh's place.
The other stuff.
Other things.
Yep.
But then now you got all that.
Yeah, they were rated number 1, or America's number 1 Main Street in a couple publications not too long ago.
Right. I heard you were thinking about running for mayor. Is that
that is incorrect.
No? It's not?
No, I have too many skeletons in the closet.
Well, I mean, who does it these days? Come on, we could sweep some dust on those things. Nobody sees them. Oh, I'll be your campaign manager.
Yeah.
Vote Josh. You know, and then I would hoist a beer. All right. Sadly, 1 drink left.
It's
one. In a bottle.
But this drink will make up for, let's see, 3, maybe?
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, so let's say.
I feel like there's some math coming up.
Yeah, so let's say you had 3 beers that were 6%. What does that add up to?
All right. Let's say 18. 18
All right,
beers.
so what if I told you this one beer is 18%? Because it is.
I do that. I would wheeze and cough and what? 18%?
Yeah, it's a big boy beer.
Are we in ancient Roman times?
Dragon's Milk Triple Mash. So this is, we know Dragon's Milk has 11% typically.
Okay.
Both their regular bourbon barrel aged stuff and Crimson's Keep as well, which is their barrel aged red.
Okay.
This is their super limited release. We only ended up getting it in 5 kegs and very limited cases as well.
I bet.
So the first place I'd look is our website.
Okay.
Because you got to hurry up.
You talk about srprod.com/beerfinder, and don't go right now because I need to go after the show and make sure it's in stock. I'm not buying them all. I haven't tried it yet, but based on what you're telling me, I'm going to love this beer.
Yes. So,
okay.
Like I said, 18%. You're going to get a lot of like chocolate, roasted malt, a little bit of vanilla, some oak. But at 18%, let's see if you feel it. Ooh. I just smell it right now. I could just sit here and smell it.
Oh, okay. First of all, you're talking about flavor, right? Because you want to be able. It has to have a drinkability, right?
Absolutely.
You can make anything high octane. People make moonshine. You're like, drink. You're like, I don't want to put that in my body. This is great.
This is fantastic.
This has got a lot of flavor.
A ton of flavor. All those flavors combined at that 18% almost. It does leave a coating in your mouth of all those flavors.
Yeah.
The alcohol is there.
Yeah.
It's 18%. You can't get away from it, right? But that dissipates, and then the flavor stays. So
there's some Swedish on the back. So it's not Swedish.
Sweetness.
It's sweet-ish, right? Is it? What is that? We don't know. It's the magic of the hops and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. They're probably using some vanilla or something like that in there. But again, at 18%, to be that balanced and not like try to pucker up as you're drinking it.
That's right. Yeah.
Like I said, these are very, very limited. But it's so special we have to talk about it.
I mean, obviously, when you're out and you want to try variety, and we try to preach that. You preach it. I've kind of learned that from you.
Yep.
You go out, you drink. You don't want to drink one thing all night.
Right.
You want to bounce around a little bit. Find something you like. Find something maybe you're like, maybe that's not my thing. I'll go that other direction. That's a good one to mix in.
Yeah, I would either start with it.
Yeah.
So you know where you're going.
Yeah.
Or finish with it. Once you're home.
That's right.
Yeah. But either way, very enjoyable, even at the 18%. This is kind of what, for me, kind of harkens back to that original craft beer feeling.
Okay.
As far as it was something that was so limited, it was a little bit more difficult to find. You had to search it out. And then the flavors are so big that, you don't get that. Everything's nowadays is much more palatable and sessionable and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. This, you probably do one and done, which is fine.
Right.
But you get 4 of them in a 4-pack.
Okay.
So you can enjoy it 3 more times. But it's a special occasion.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. And it does not have, like you said, you know that you're having a high ABV beverage.
Yeah, you're drinking something special.
But if you sit it and just let it sit on your tongue for a second, you get a bunch of different flavors. It opens up.
Well, exactly. So that's the other thing is, obviously you can drink this cold. But as it warms up, it's going to open up a few more flavors for you. So don't be afraid to let it sit and kind of actually enjoy it as you're drinking, just like you would a bourbon or something like that.
That science blows me away.
It does.
I mean, it's sort of like human beings. You think about like the whatever botanicals are in there that warm weather does that. Think about human beings when they go outside where they take their clothes off. That's what people do. I mean, not ones I've seen, but like a new beach. Think about that. Nobody goes to a new beach when it's cold.
That's for sure.
So think about that when you're drinking this.
I'm good. Pass.
I was still thinking about it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So these are great flavors. So you really went from literal 0 to all.
I know what I'm doing
today.
Man. Come on.
Look at you. Unbelievable. Josh S.R. Perrott. Cheers until next time.
Cheers.
srprod.com/beerfinder. I can still do it.
Yeah.